Again, feign indifference. What's happening here? I don't understand. Now, this is the thing that I think is so funny. He accuses me of having 5K games. Again, just... What? What are you talking about? I'm the ape man. First of all, do you think I cared? My burrows being under construction? No, I still have a medium-sized army with nice 2-1 grunts. Hello everybody, welcome to another video, and you know, we have a new season, right? Season 22 is upon us on W3 Champions, but also we have a new patch, right? Blizzard released a PTR. You know, if you look closely, BattleNet will be getting some adjustments on how they calculate MMR. So that means we're probably going to be playing a lot more on BattleNet just when that patch goes, but we have to show you the record screen so far. We've been getting wrecked on this new season, right? 7-11, not a good spread, right? You know, we're definitely tanking our MMR a bit, but we did have some pretty funny games on the way there, right? We had some funny games on the way there. So I want to particularly talk about one game, right? We only have time for one game, and I really want to talk about this one, right? I'm just going to talk about this one because, you know, hey, I'm only human. When you lose so much games of Warcraft 3, it can get under your skin, right? And maybe you will relate with some of the opinions expressed in this game, right? You know, I don't want to spoil things, but let's just say one of us in this game ends to not have a very good day. So, you know, let's see how this works out, though, in the end. You know, I'm curious. How does an orc in 2025 go up against Paladin Rifles? I mean, at this point, it's almost a motif of the channel. It seems as if I'm just constantly saying how to play against Paladin Rifle. But hey, it's not my fault. I just keep facing this on the ladder, right? You can't blame me. But, you know, here we go at it again. I'm going with Farseer. You guys already know it's Farseer Summer. Farseer has been responsible for the... for any of the victories I've had today. And just overall, since the new season, my Blade Master has just been so disappointing. I do this good early game, but you know, there's the real skill testing element. Once you get Blade Master level 3, what do you do with it? Do you creep? Do you gain control of the map? You all sorts of stuff, and I usually make the wrong choice. But I digress. We're not facing any of that. Look how late this Paladin is. So, you know, we all know there are different builds. This build opts for the 2 riflemen before you're a Paladin, but you know, that's bad, right? And we're going to look at this game from IGG Orcs perspective, or at least Igorek 1997, because while this game is rightfully titled ROFL, it is also a nice example on how split damage is ever important. I mean, it's so funny. I just know the Paladin's going to come out. I don't know when, though. I'm like, man, how late is this Paladin, right? Because I just know it's going to come out, so I do snag a kill before the before the Paladin's even here. But now the Paladin has a Sophie's Choice. All right, so you healed that one, but uh-oh, you have this unit is already low, too. So pretty good for me, right? Like, we're not losing any wolves here. I should really resummon. Okay, so we get 20 experience there, and we get 20 more experience there. So I fail the wolf resummon test. Not sure if it was on cooldown or not, but I was just doing damage on these riflemen. So it looks like, you know, my aggression, whether it's with headhunters or with grunts, aims to do one thing: either the Paladin or kill the Paladin, right? Some days you guys see me go Firelord and we aim to kill the Paladin. This day we're taking advantage of long rifles. See that? The lack of long rifles that I should say only have, oh, look at that. This rifle's getting wrecked. This rifle's getting wrecked. Oh no! So this one gets killed. That one gets killed. Oh, unfortunate. And the grunt moves away. So, you know, things are not... Ooh, and my Farseer just barely gets away. So, and just like that, like a ghost, all of my units are away from the map. IG Goric is hopeless. You've lost riflemen. In comparison, I don't think I've lost... I've lost some... wolves, but not a grunt. And look what happens. We're just playing a friendly game, but then my opponent decides, you know what? It's time to amp it up. Oh yeah. Me, Ape Man? I mean, come on. He wants me to delete the game because I decide to attack him early in the game. So watch this. By the way, if you guys didn't know, here's the correct answer when someone's angry. All right? You're going to see me, because I'm, too busy creeping here. You're going to see the correct answer. I believe it's the ever so simple question mark. You feign indifference. Wait, what? Huh? What? Huh? And here we go. You see? Now angrier goes crazy. Again, feign indifference. What's happening here? I don't understand. Now, this is the thing that I think is so funny. He accuses me of having 5K games. Again, just, what? What are you talking about? I'm the ape man. First of all, specific language here. Ape. I believe there's an entire Warcraft university online dedicated to the proliferation and spread of ape-based knowledge around this game. And to actually use ape as an insult when playing Paladin Rifles, I mean, I know it's not couth to revoke people's licenses to play builds, but come on, don't lose this grunt. 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 Oh, clutch. Don't lose the grunt. All right, so I'm pushing it to the edge for no reason, not losing grunts. But we also see, the strength of Paladin Rifle. It doesn't matter how bad manner you are. It doesn't matter how rude you are. You have time to upgrade. You have to, because this Arcane Tower takes care of the Farseer harass, but this is also the weak part of grunts. This is when I have to pay my medicine, right? I'm getting all this pressure done with my grunt HP, but it's time to heal salve up. This costs money, this costs time, and, I'd rather be doing other things. But if you notice, I've reached Stronghold, and that gives me an opportunity to not only get pillage, but you know it. Prepare, I live. Nice creepjack on me. I don't even see this coming, but oh, looks like Flashfire had a flash of vision of IGG Gorix units, and now I get a nice little creepjack here. So, it's not, doesn't feel good to be IG Gorg here, because, you see your army getting decimated before you, and the grunts seem ever elusive. They're just not dying, right? Dang it. It's so unfortunate. It's almost as if your riflemen do not have the range to necessarily chase these big HP boys. But the grunts do eventually have to get back in a bit. They do need to pressure while they can. But this grunt's going to die, unfortunately. Yeah, you're going to die. But when this one's getting attacked, this one goes in, you're going to die too. You're going to die too. But, oh, can we push it? We lose one grunt. Now, to be real, my hero micro is probably a little autopilot there. But I do appreciate when I go ranged heroes, you can do that. Hey, when you go double ranged heroes with Orc, you can focus all that micro on those sweet melee grunts. Because, oh, this is a nice play by me, right? Look at this. You want to know how to make a Pally Rifle player rage? You can't let him regen for free. Yeah, I'm literally taking away my grunts. It's a questionable on feeding the wolves there, right? I don't want to gas myself up too much there. But we do get the soul burn, and we're just making life a nightmare for my opponent, right? You're not creeping here. You're not, able to build in front of your base. I got a nice staff out, which is efficient, right? I'm efficiently porting around the map, giving my grunts time to heal. I actually believe my grunts were creeping here. I may have missed it, but I believe my grunts were creeping while that was going on. Let's restart, right? The beauty of the Warcraft 3 engine is with just the flick of some keystrokes, I can be back at around 8 minutes quite quick. But where was I? So the grunts weren't creeping. They were just healing. And my opponent, he's doing that thing Paladin Rifle players do where they creep while heading towards your base, right? Creep while heading towards your base, getting the upgrades. Finally get long rifles, right? So look at that. 8 minutes. My opponent finally gets long rifles. I mean, it makes sense. I was on them. I was really aggressive, so maybe they didn't have time. Get the first walker because we're going Taurens. And my opponent is just creeping. But I am also doing it too, right? This is where we go Scroll of Town Portal gaming. Instead of getting the armor for burrows, I am getting second attack upgrades. So I do have a lumber surplus, will be used on Taurens. But let's see, my opponent, on the other hand, is doing that annoying thing of giving the Paladin infinite mana so you can creep. But this isn't the most efficient by my opponent. Does my opponent see me here? They do not. Now this is an interesting little pillage moment for me. I have some pillage. pillage value here. So look at my resources. Nice. But my opponent also gets the attack. So you see, a little late on this. Reinforced. I was a little pillage minded. This could have been reinforced, and then I'd be going really nice here. But we do kill the blacksmith and eventually get the port back. But we don't mind this at all because great damage here. We're grunts. We have the burrow. Even peons are fine. Every time a peon gets hit by a spirit link value, my opponent should just TP out, or else you're going to lose a lot. You lost a rifleman. You're going to lose another rifleman. Please lose another rifleman. Yes, lose another rifleman. Maybe one more. Yep. Ooh, hit him with the question mark. There you go. Hey, right? This is where all of a sudden I think this guy, oh no, feels pretty bad about BMing me. Nothing's worse than BMing and losing, right? So I hit him with the question mark again. What? Did you think I cared? My burrows being under construction? No, I still have a medium-sized army with nice 2-1 grunts. And we decide to creep. I actually like this decision on me to creep because sometimes, I have to admit, Nick in the past would just go and attack the Paladin Rifle player again. And what would happen is the Paladin Rifle player would maybe, on the way back, heal things. And all of a sudden I'd be fighting with militia. And like, you know, instead I just know. Have a little patience. Creep. Get level 3. Get the Catgirl's Pipe of Insight. Feeling great. And now, uh-oh, the apes are coming. Will my toxic Paladin Rifle opponent have an opportunity? So I always love when this happens, when my creeping's rewarded. Because my opponent's like, what? There's nothing there? And then he sees me again. So trying to kill the blacksmith again was in the same spot. Feels good. Feels lore. I'm accurate to kill this blacksmith again. But I see my opponent here, and I was... Okay. I don't know why, for some reason, my grunts don't just attack this rifleman. Like, I'm not blaming the grunts. I'm blaming me right now. In hindsight, I'm trying to get my grunts in the fray so I can kill them. But I'm just so blind to this. So they just walk right past him, which is really funny, but whatever. Now they're focusing on this one. And I love this. Check out a flash fire. What my bro flash fire eventually does this game. Because this is just the fight, you know? This is the Paladin Rifle player. You should be totally favored here, right? But, uh-oh, wait, what? What's flash fire doing? He's just attacking it. And look at this guy. 2 scrolls? Come on, Paladin Rifle player. You have 2 scrolls? I mean, what would you... And you're just getting hit. You're just getting hit. You're just getting... And watch, here is where my symphony comes to life. I'm not even microing at this point. Because you gotta hit this. You gotta hit this. Right? You really gotta hit that. When that happens, when you can just not even micro and just let your fire lords... So hey, listen, right? This channel is about learning Warcraft 3, but there's also, you know, we encounter some rage. We encounter some salt on the W3 Champions ladder, and you know what? It's about time we fight back. So, GG's. IGG Gorek, I would love to play you again, and you know, the outcome will be the same. Alright guys, enjoy that. I hope you guys watched it, and if you do want to subscribe, you know, I'd love it. Thanks.